Greetings, a miracle in motion. There is some aspect of awakening, part of the process that many experience but few talk about. And I want to share today. It's a bit embarrassing, but to share something embarrassing, it's part of taking back the force that is locked in it. During my awakening, I thought I had become impotent, that I was the end of my sexual era was over. And this was terrifying and frustrating. And I thought, I'm not that old. I thought, what is happening? Simply didn't work. It didn't work. I had no sexual drive. I had the appetite for it, but not the ability. And for quite some time, I struggled with this. And I talked to other men and other women that part of awakening, for many at least, is this simply a disinterest about physical pleasures of sexual encounters, sexual pleasure. And I struggled with this for quite some time. It felt like a long time. Maybe it wasn't such a long time. It was more than a day. It was less than years, but it was quite some time anyway. And then finally, I talked to the mystery. I talked to the mystery and I asked her, what is happening? What is going on? And then I was giving this answer, which I have accepted and taken to my heart, that to change, when you change reality, when you change vibration, when you awaken, you need to leave certain ways of doing things behind. So my days of lovemaking in the old way was simply gone. To go to the next step, I had to fully surrender to this situation, to this level, and I had to truly surrender to it. And when I did, and when I eventually met my what I call divine counterpart, it's also about divine relationship, because the resonance is not only in the physical body, it goes beyond. The resonance is on levels above and levels below. And then suddenly I met someone who I could meet on many levels. And then suddenly everything worked again. And it seems to be also, it can also be, if you're a man and you can't get it up, maybe you're not supposed to engage in a sexual intercourse with that particular woman or man. Maybe our bodies speak to us. So if things doesn't work as we want or as they are supposed to do, because there's a lot of how do you say it, performance issues here, because as a man you're supposed to be able to perform in any situation, in any place, at any time. I had this notion that as a man you're supposed to be a little bit horny all the time, because you should never turn down if your woman wants to engage in sexual activities with you. But now, since there's like, in this divine relationship, there's sync between the physical bodies, and the connection is on many more levels than the physical. So you can say, okay, some people live in the groin. That's their compass. And then eventually you may be able to incorporate the heart, which is another thing. Many people open their bodies before they open their hearts. Should be the other way around. Anyway, that's another discussion. But then not only the body, the heart, the mind, the soul, when the connection, when the resonance is felt on levels beyond, it's a totally different experience. So if you are in a situation, now I am a man, so I can only speak to men. Well, I speak to women as well, because you seem to be going through the same thing, even if it's not as obvious as for a man. Surrender to it and see that it is a necessary upgrade for the next level of lovemaking. Because I can promise you that it won't last forever. And when you meet the right one, the resonant one, someone you can meet on more levels than the physical, then you are ready and prepared and open to a new level of lovemaking. So play with this, as always, play with this. Maybe someone needed to hear this, but this is embarrassing, especially to men. I think maybe to women as well, I don't know. But it seems to be part of awakening, that we need to let go of old ways of doing things, of old ways of not only lovemaking, but being, speaking, thinking, seeing. So the change is on many levels. So this was a video about there is hope. Just surrender to it, and it seems to be a necessary and integral part of awakening. We are changing on more ways, on more levels than we can imagine. And for me, only when I surrendered to it and said, okay, then it changed. As always, I truly wish you all the best, and remind you yet again that you are a unique lens through which creation can create an experience on this earth plane. We are part of something marvelous now, because humanity is awakening, the planet Gaia Sophia is awakening, and the coming year, even, not to speak of coming years, but the coming year will be filled with choices, and let's choose the path of love, the most exciting one, not the path that we choose out of fear. Okay, see you soon.